And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Central Wisconsin Sports.net. I'm Van Patrick Oates, along with my broadcast partner, Brian Collish. And Brian, we've got a good ball game on tap tonight. It's a rivalry contest. We are here at Assumption High School for a non-conference game. Two teams that historically know each other pretty doggone well. The Assumption Royals from Wisconsin Rapids and the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals.
Yeah, it should be an exciting contest. Assumption's off to a good start so far this year, and don't let Pacelli's record fool you. They're a very good ball club, and they have an absolute offensive star on their team, and I know you wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we'll certainly talk about that offensive star. But tonight, the 1-3 Pacelli Cardinals take on the 2-0 Assumption Royals. Tonight's game is brought to you by Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank for all of your banking needs, from home and auto loans to setting up checking and savings account. Make it the Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank. Well, Pacelli is under the direction of head basketball coach Brad Ruda. I mean, they actually, again, come into the game with a 1-3 record after facing some really good competition just over the weekend in a tournament game, a couple of tournament games against Wausau East and Wausau West. Now, their last game was on Monday night, so they've actually had a fair amount of ball games here, Brian, over the past couple of days here. So, but they lost to Stratford 66-62. And speaking of that, however, in that game, 6'5" senior James Gollin, he put on quite a show. He shattered a school record that stood, believe it or not, for 50 years. That's unbelievable. So Gollin, he poured in a single game record of 47 points against the Stratford Tigers, eclipsing the previous mark of 40, and that was set by Jim Menzel back in 1964. So congratulations to James Gollin. That's quite an accomplishment. Now, after the ball game, Gollin said, "Well, I'd rather have the win than the school record." Gollin was a scoring machine in that contest. He went 13 for 26 from the field. He was 5 for 11 from the three-point range, and he connected on all 16 of his free throws. So, you know, Brian, he's an individual that is definitely going to go to the line.
Yeah, definitely, and he had some injury problems this past season, and he came back with a vengeance so far, and it should be exciting to watch him play tonight.
Now, one of the hiccups here for Pacelli, they're going to be without one of their individuals, and that is senior Colin Jamison. He's out with an ACL injury, so that hurts from an offensive productive standpoint. But Brad Ruda was talking with me before the ball game that he's got to have some of the other guys step up on the court tonight, including Tony Flugar, Jacob Elliott, Shabilsky, and Fermin Hack. So he is expecting some really, really good things from those players tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, just looking at Pacelli's lineup, they lost a ton of senior leadership last year. Brett O'Sullivan was a really outstanding player. Isaac Elliott was another outstanding player. So they had, several seniors. Tyus Gross was another one that comes to mind. So they've got a lot of holes to fill this year, and I think these first couple of games, it's going to take them a little while to figure out how they're going to, duplicate that production.
There we go. Meanwhile, the Assumption Royals, they come into the contest this evening after playing, having a few days off after winning the Cranberry Classic over the Thanksgiving weekend holiday. They beat Columbus Catholic as well as the Nakusa Papermakers. Now, in the game on Saturday night against the Columbus Catholic Dons, balanced scoring. That was balanced scoring and a very, very strong defensive effort kept the Dons off balance all night long. And I mean, if you know anything about the Marshfield Columbus Catholic Dons, they are a three-point shooting machine, and Assumption kept them off balance all night. I know one of the keys for the contest that Gary Weisenbecker was talking about for tonight's contest, and that is certainly limit the turnovers. And I think any high school head basketball coach would tell you that, limit any kind of turnovers that you can see. And additionally, play very, very solid defensively. So that's really, really good advice. And, if you do those two things, you're going to be in a good portion of the games.
One thing that we both noticed on those Assumption games over the Cranberry Classic was just their defense and their hustle. And so they did a really good job of pressuring the ball. They had a kind of three-quarter court trap, so I wonder if we'll see a little bit of that tonight too. But so far their calling card this season has been really strong defensive pressure.
There we go. And the Royals were led in scoring in those contests by Chase Lamp. He led the team in both of the contests. Let's see here. The Royals made one 3-point shot in that game against the Dons. Otherwise, it was pretty much inside ball game, and very, very solid performance. So we are just about set for I believe, the national anthem here at Assumption High School, and then they will get to the starting lineups momentarily. So playing the theme song here, cheer song for the Assumption Royals. And not too bad of a contingency on hand here, Brian.
Absolutely.
And you can probably hear in the background, that is public address announcer Mark Skiba.
Best in the business.
Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of people know Mark from his radio days at WYTE. So we're just about set for the invocation as well as the national anthem here.
Of Pacelli and Assumption, their families and friends gather before you to give praise and honor to your name. Through this event, help each of us to grow, mature, and witness your presence in our lives. We are a community of people with various backgrounds and abilities. Help each of us, Father, to do our best and to be supportive and respectful of others. Amen. We now ask you to remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor America with our national anthem, tonight played by the Assumption Pep Band under the direction of Miss Molly Thomas.
The Assumption High School Pep Band under the direction of Molly Thomas playing our national anthem here at Assumption High School tonight.
They always do a nice job, don't they?
They do. They do. Molly Thomas has a great program over here at Assumption High School. So let's get to our starting lineups tonight. A 5'9" senior, number 2, Tony Flugard. Senior, 6'5", he's a stud muffin, number 4, James Gollin. A 6'1" junior, number 3, Jacob Elliott. 6'2", junior, number 5, Chris Shabilski. And it was Andrew Firminghack, a 6'1" freshman, number 15. Now for the Assumption Royals starting lineups under the direction of Gary Weisenbeck. A junior, number 5'8", number 12, Brady Baltus. A senior, 6'1", number 22, Chase Lamp. A sophomore, 6 foot, number 24, Trevor Newton. Senior, number 6'1", number 30, Jared Haas. And the senior, number 44, 5'11", Colt Linsmeyer. Once again, the Assumption Royals are under the direction of Gary Weisenbeck, and the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals under the direction head basketball coach Brad Ruda. So, again, we're set for rivalry game here tonight, Brian.
Yeah, and we're glad everybody could join us here so far. We got a nice viewing crowd. Once in a while, you'll see some pesky third-party ads show up on the site. Just stick with us and get through those, and the action will return right where you left off. So here we go, ready for tip-off.
All right, it's Gallen and Newton to handle the tip-off. It's up, and it is won by the Pacelli Cardinals. So Pacelli sets up. Gallen, top of the key. He's driving the lane, puts up a shot. He's fouled. And I believe he got poked in the eye. He did get poked in the eye. So Gallen, 47 points. Monday night, new school record for the Pacelli Cardinals.
I don't know if I scored 47 points in my entire high school career.
I don't think that would ever happen for this this little cat. Pacelli, Gallen. Man-to-man defense right now for the Royals. Actually, they're in a zone as of right now. Stolen by Linsmeyer. Linsmeyer is going to drive, put it up. Off the rebound by Newton. And that is rebounded by Shabilsky.
Good
no score. Shot by Gallen, no good. Rebound Linsmeyer, no score. Just underway here at Assumption High School. Newton with the ball. Baltus moving around to Linsmeyer. Top of the key, works it inside to Newton. Newton looking to pass it off. Back to Linsmeyer, Baltus. Haas now, far side. Shot put up, that is no good by Lamp. So both teams a little bit rugged. There's a three-pointer, that is no good. Rebound by Baltus, long pass to Newton. Newton goes up, he's fouled. And that is Furmanhack. Furmanhack with his first personal, and Newton will go to the line for the Royals. 6:37 left to go here in the first quarter of play. Trevor Newton with his first shot. That's good. So a nice cool night outside in central Wisconsin. It's about 17, 18 degrees. Second shot, that is up. But we've got some heat here in the gymnasium. Rivalry. That's always a great clash between Pacelli and Assumption. That goes back to my days when I used to go to school at Marshfield Columbus.
Both teams getting early opportunities at the charity stripe here tonight.
So Elliott will go to the charity stripe. 2-0, and the first free throw is no good by Jacob Elliott. Second shot on the way by Elliott. That's up and in. So Pacelli gets on the scoreboard, 2-1 in favor of the Royals. Baltus, pressure in the back court, now broken by the Royals. Lamp drives it, no good. Put up by Lamp, received his own rebound, put it up, and that was no good. So Lamp 0-3 shooting on the night to this point.
Assumption has had their opportunities with some layups and they haven't converted, so it's not a trend you want to see if you're an Assumption fan.
Turnover on Pacelli. It was poke checked away by Gallen. Haas now puts it up, no good. He got too far inside. Lamp now back with the ball, trying to work it back into Haas. Haas drives, kicks it out, almost stolen. Now poke checked. Baltus with the ball. Newton working it around the top of the key. 5:35 left to go in the first half. Newton, reverse layup, no good. Pacelli on the attack. That's Shabilsky with the ball. Gallen, cross-court pass to Elliott. Elliott working it around, kicks it inside to Furmanhack, and they call
travel.
A travel on it. 2 turnovers on the Cardinals. And our score 2-1, 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. Baltus to Lamp, back to the top of the key, work it around to Linsmeyer, trying to set up a good shot now. Newton kicks it into Lamp. Lamp puts up a shot, no good. Rebound, Gollin. Gollin now on the attack. Pacelli working the ball around. Elliott. Almost poke-checked away by Linsmeyer. And it's stolen. That's 3 turnovers on Pacelli. Baltus now drives the lane. He puts it up. No good. Rebound. That's up and in by Colt Linsmeyer. 4-1 our score. 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play.
You knew sooner or later that Assumption had to convert one of those layups inside like that.
Well, they had a number of opportunities. Almost a travel. Now Pflugar. Shot up and in.
Outside.
There we go. And they're going to call that one a 3. First points on the night from James Gollin. It's now tied 4-4. Newt now with the ball on the near side. Now working back around. Baltus, Haas. Assumption trying to work in for a good shot. Now Haas drives the lane. Ball on the line, and that is a turnover. Tricky, Grunhofer, and Nathaniel Clark into the game.
Grunhofer just a freshman.
Which is, and he's a big freshman, 6'5". Here's Gollin. On the attack, kicks it off to Shabilsky. Now Pacelli trying to set it up. Kicks it inside. Last touched by no one. It is a turnover. 4 turnovers by Pacelli. 3:31 tied at 4 here in the first quarter of play. There's Tricky with the ball. Back to Lamp on the far side. Lamp drives the lane, kicks up a 15-foot jump shot. That's up and in. Chase Lamp, after going 0 for 3, hits his first bucket on the night, and it's 6-4 Royals lead. Gollin, 3-point shot, no good. Follows it up with a trying to get his rebound. Linsmeyer, long pass. And that ball is last touched by Jacob Elliott, and it is Assumption ball.
It's a good sign for Assumption fans to see Chase Lamp hit that 15-footer because he can hit him from all over. He hasn't been a real steady shooting so far in the first couple of games, but once he gets going, look out.
Tricky with the inbound pass. Lamp looking to drive, looking to make something happen. Puts up his shot. That's in and out. So 1 for 4. Let's try that again. 1 for 5 shooting on the night for Chase Lamp. He has 2 points here for Assumption. 6-4 is our score. Pacelli now takes his shot by Shabilsky, and that's up and in good. 6-6. Lamp now drives the lane, puts it up, and they're going to call block. And one official is saying it's good. It's going to be a 3-point play. So the foul is on Furmanhack. Checking in for Pacelli, Calvin Hintz. So with Pacelli, you know, they're due to an ACL injury. The senior number 24, Colin Jamieson, is out of action here, and that's kind of a tough aspect here. So 9-6 Royals with a first quarter lead. We're almost at that 2-minute point here. Now Pacelli looking to shoot. And another turnover. That's 5 here in this first quarter of play. Lamp now drives the lane. 10-foot jump shot.
Nice shot.
Sweet shot. Lamp now with 7 points here in the first quarter. It's an 11-6 Royal advantage over the Cardinals. Minute 40 left to go here in the first quarter of play.
Gollin getting a lot of attention, as you might expect, as Shabilsky comes through.
That's 4 for Shabilsky here in period number 1. Lamp with the ball. Long three. In and out. Rebound. Newton comes down with it. And a hold. Looks like that they're going to get hints with that one.
Lamp being very aggressive in his offensive sets here, both driving to the basket and taking some outside shots as well.
You know what, he was, as you recall, Brian, in the game against Columbus, he just seemed to be a little bit tentative and just not quite with his game, even though he was the leading scorer for the Royals. But he just seemed to be a little bit tentative, and boy, he's taken a much aggressive approach tonight. There's Baltus with a drive. That's no good. Gollin with the rebound.
Good defense there by the Royals to get that away from Gollin on his way up.
Rebound Newton. There's Grunhofer. Big old 6'5", puts it up. That's no good. Rebound Pacelli. That's Elliott with the rebound. Elliott now brings it across court. Pacelli trying to set up their offense. Kicks it back out. Long three. In and out. Rebound Newton.
Baltus loses the handle on the other end.
That's 2 turnovers on the Royals. 11-8. And we are under 25 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. Very, very quick-paced first quarter. Gollin looking to hold it for one shot. Let's see what he does. Kicks it out. 3-point shot. No good. Rebound. That's no good. Assumption with the long pass by Trick. He puts it up and no good.
Wow.
That is fast and furious here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a track meet.
So after 1 quarter of play here at Assumption High School, it is the Assumption Royals 11 and the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals 8. And again, this game is being brought to you by Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank for all of your banking needs, from home and auto loans to setting up checking and savings accounts. Make it Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank.
And like I said, these live broadcasts for the moment are interrupted by third-party ads. So when those third-party ads show up, just stick with it, and the action picks up right where you left off. So quick programming note there.
That's always nice. We certainly appreciate that. So let's see here. The leading scorer for the Royals in that first quarter, 7 points for Chase Lamp. Went to the free throw line on a 3-point attempt. And the leading scorer for the Pacelli Cardinals, and that was Shabilsky. He's got 4. Gollin has 3 points. So that was one of the keys for Gary Weisenbeck tonight. That was play very, very strong defense and limit the turnovers. They have certainly done that. 2 turnovers for the Royals, 5 for Pacelli. We're ready to start the second quarter play here at Assumption. So right now what they're doing is they're taping up Gollin. Must have had a little bit of blood on his wrist. Must have got nicked a little bit, but he's off. He'll be back in momentarily. Linsmeyer with a shot up and in. And the Royals now have their biggest lead of the night, 13-8.
There's that pressure defense.
And there's a turnover. So a turnover over some heavy backcourt pressure put on by the Royals. And the Royals get the ball back. Lamp inbounds it to Burkhauser. Shot up, no good.
Comes back to Lamp.
Lamp puts it up. And he's going to go to the foul line. Going to call a blocking call. And I believe that's going to be on Shabilsky.
Pacelli's bench felt like Lamp might have gotten a little offensive player control foul there, but it wasn't the call.
There was a little bit of angst. Lamp puts it up, and that is no good. If I can read my chicken scratch here, we're going to be in good shape here for stats. 13-8, and I believe we've got a timeout. And I'm not sure exactly who took that timeout, but we do have a timeout on the floor. So our next broadcast here on Central Wisconsin Sports Net will be tomorrow night. And I believe you're actually going to be covering that game with Mark Skiba.
I absolutely will be. It should be a good one between the Assumption Royals girls basketball team and Marathon. I know Marathon has a outstanding bunch of athletes on their squad, and for those of you that joined us for the live stream there last year, that was quite a wild finish to that game, so we're expecting a good one tomorrow for sure.
There we go. That should be a really, really fun broadcast. And then just talking about some of the other upcoming games. Let's see here. So we've got then our next Assumption girls broadcast will be on December the 12th versus Newman. The next boys Assumption game will be on December the 16th versus Newman. And then let's see here. Then we've got Spash. They are we'll have a December 29th Century Classic game. Spash will also be, and then the Rapids boys, December 29th. It's a Century Classic, so they'll both be in the Century Classic. And then we've got a couple of games in the month of January. So please be sure to tell all of your friends about CentralWisconsinSports.net.
Yeah, and if you're watching on the internet right now, which I guess would probably be the only way to watch it, go ahead and share the link with some of your friends and have them tune on into the broadcast here tonight as we're at a stoppage of play here for a moment.
And I think they're all set to go. 7:32 left to go here in the second quarter of play. The Royals leading the Pacelli Cardinals 13-8. So Lamp will go to the line. And the second shot, that's no good. Rebound, Shabilsky.
Shabilsky active on the boards earlier in this game.
That he has been. Pacelli on the attack. Shot up and in by Calvin Hintz. That's a three-pointer. And just like that, it's a 13-11 Royals advantage. Assumption now on the attack. Newton on the far side. Now kicks it out to Linsmeyer. He puts up a three, and that's in.
Nice looking shot.
In and out. Great work. That's 5 points here in the second quarter by Linsmeyer. 16-11. 6:50 left to go here in the second quarter of play. Now Pacelli with the ball. Gollin double teamed. Somebody's got to be open for Pacelli. Kick it inside, and that's poke checked away, and Pacelli will retain possession.
And that's just the kind of play that you've seen Assumption make in all of their games so far this year. They're hustling and they're winning those 50-50 balls and getting their hands active and doing a lot of deflection. So characteristic so far.
The defensive effort, and a great analogy, the defensive effort is certainly there for the Cardinal, or for the Royals. Long three-point shot. That's up and no good by Elliott. Rebound and a foul.
I believe that was on Elliott, I think.
Haas had, and sometimes, and we talked about that during the last broadcast, when you get over anxious after you've missed a shot and you follow it up, and a little bit too aggressive, from that standpoint. 16-11 as we near the 6-minute point. Linsmeyer is unconscious here. Now with his second three-point shot. And 10 points for Linsmeyer here in this contest. 3-point shot, that's put up by Blanker, Andrew Blanker.
19-14 now with 5 minutes and 47 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Assumption on the attack. Newton drives the lane, kicks it over to Haas.
Nice pass inside.
Beautiful pass. That's the first bucket for Haas. Once again, you're seeing that balanced scoring for the Royals. They're looking for somebody from Pacelli to step it up and hit some of those outside shots. There's Gallen, now drives the lane. Now Cardinals working it around. That's a 3-point shot, no good, and he's fouled. Hintz is fouled by Burkhauser. He might feel that one in the morning.
That was a good hustle play, though, by Hintz. I mean, in there among the trees, and he came away with that rebound. So, nice hustle.
So Hintz with 3 points on the night. He'll go to the free throw line. 5'9" junior. First shot. That's good. Hintz with his 4th point. Second shot, in and out. 21-15, 5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter of play. Shot, drive of the lane by Lamp, and that's his first bucket here in the second.
Tough shot. It looked like it was deflected a little bit as he went up, but he maintained control and got it in.
That's 11 points for Lamp. Timeout on the court. 4:45 left to go here in the second quarter of play. The Assumption Royals 23 and the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals 15. Once again, this game is being brought to you by Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank for all of your banking needs. From home and auto loans to setting up checking and savings account, make it the Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank. Well, Brian, you know, you've seen a quarter and a half here of play. What are your observations early in this contest?
I think if you're an Assumption fan, you couldn't have asked for much better of a start. I mean, again, their defensive pressure has been really good, and they've really limited Gallen, who was as hot as could be coming into this game. So far for the Royals, a really good job defensively, and like you said, the balanced scoring. I think for Pacelli, it's just a matter of turnovers at this point. But they obviously have the weapons to get right back into this one too. So,
it was funny talking with Gary Weisenbeck, the head basketball coach of Assumption here before the contest. And I said, "Well, Coach, what are your keys to success tonight?" And he points out to the court, and he says, "Number 4. It's stopping him." So they've done a really nice job to this point. And we've got a reach-in foul on Assumption. And that is Nathaniel Clark. So Nathaniel picks up his first foul on the night. 23-15 is our score. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter of play. Good audience tonight here at Assumption High School. There's Gallen with the ball. Over to Gladowski. Gallen kicks it inside, put up, missed, rebound by Shabilsky. Another rebound. And they're going to call a foul. So Shabilsky had a couple of shots, stayed with it, and he's going to go to the line. Nope. My apologies. He is not going to the line. That is the 5th team foul on the Royals to this point. There's with a 3-point shot by Gallen. That's no good. Rebounded. Shabilsky. Gallen back with it. It's now stolen. And they're going to call Gallen with the foul. I like the aggressiveness on Gallen. He does a really, really nice job setting up things, following his shots. So Nathaniel Clark, and I think that's probably what threw me off. He's got a different number here tonight. So Nathaniel Clark will take his free throw attempt. And that's up and in. So he gets on the scoreboard. 24-15. We're under 4 to play here in the second quarter. Royals with the lead. Second shot by Clark. Same thing, and it's a foul on White. But does the basket count? And I'm not sure if that basket counted or not. I don't believe it did. All right, so they're wiping up the court here just a little bit. 25-15, 10-point advantage. Royals' largest lead of the evening. And they'll resume play. So here we go. Pacelli now on the attack. Gollin. Top of the key. Kicks it out to Shabilsky. Pacelli working for a good shot. And there's a push. And I believe that's going to go on Brady Baltus. So that's Baltus's first foul, 7th team on Assumption. And hold on, yep, it's 1-on-1. I was going to say, guys, you got to go to the line.
After a quick start, it's kind of slowed down here a little bit in the second quarter.
Gollin with the shot. When he goes to the free throw line, he's not going to miss.
Yeah, he's an excellent free throw shooter.
That's point number 4 for James Gollin tonight. Gollin will take his second shot. 25-16 in favor of the Royals. Second shot is up, and it's good. 5 points on the night for Gollin. Some backcourt pressure now put on by Pacelli. Baltus with it. Linsmeyer break the press over to Lamp. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Baltus kicks it out to Linsmeyer. He's had the hot hand here in the second. 10 points on the night. Lamp. And it's stolen by Gollin. This should be an uncontested layup. And he misses the bunny. Ouch. Now Lamp drives, kicks it off. That's turned over. 4 turnovers now on Assumption. So the turnovers are just about even now here between both teams. 25-17 in favor of the Royals. Gollin thought about a 3. That's Hintz. That's no good. Shabilsky with a rebound.
Once again.
Elliott now with the ball. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, just Shabilsky has been all over the boards as Gollin takes a long three-pointer and nails it.
Nice.
A little bit of revenge for that missed layup.
8 points now for Gollin on the evening. Baltus with it, and just like that, it's a 5-point Royal advantage. And Assumption calls a timeout. Try to stop the momentum by Pacelli. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go here in the second quarter of play. 25-20 in favor of the Assumption Royals.
It looks like Assumption is playing that 1-3-1 zone defense, and any time that the Pacelli players are getting the ball outside of the three-point line, they're just collapsing on all the shooters, and so it's been really hard for Pacelli to get any offensive rhythm kind of going. But having said that, it's only a 5-point game now with 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the half.
There we go. So 11 points, leading score for the Royals to this point. 11 points for Chase Lamp, and you have 10 points for Colt Linsmeyer. Linsmeyer has really had the hot hand here in the second quarter. A couple of 3-point buckets and a single bucket, but he's got 8 here in the second alone. Golland starting to get himself a little bit on track. He's got 8 on the evening, 4 here in the second quarter. Turnovers, 6 for Pacelli, and the Royals have 4. 25-20 is our score. The Royals leading the Cardinals. And Assumption will inbound the ball. Newton to Tricky. Tricky back to Newton. Lamp, cross-court pass. Grunhofer kicks it back out to Lamp. He puts up the 3. Bingo! So Lamp with his first 3 on the night. And it's a 28-20 advantage. Shot put up and in by Pfluger.
Flugar, yep.
Pfluger, you bet. So, and that was a, did they call it a 3? I believe they did.
I think so. Yep.
So his first 3 on the night, 28-23. Assumption now working the ball. Newton thought about a 3. Lamp puts up another 3. That's in.
Lamp is deadly. And he's starting to feel it now.
8 points for the Royals. 31-23. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining here in the second. And a little bit aggressive by Assumption with their pressure. And they're going to get Colt Linsmeyer with the foul. So, yeah, I mean, the three-point shooting, just phenomenal. I mean, just clean shots.
Yeah, and you only knew you knew it was only a matter of time before Lamp was going to start to hit those. And now, that last set, Pacelli was in a looked like a 2-3 defense. So in that zone, he's going to get some opportunities.
So Hintz with his first shot. And the second by Calvin Hintz. That's off the rim. Rebound Lamp. Long 3. Lamp, no good. Rebound, Newton to Grunhofer, and he gets fouled. Grunhofer is going to go to the free throw line. Wow, that was like a downtown 3 by Lamp.
Yeah, and
I mean, he was feeling it.
Yeah.
Not that much, but he was feeling it. So Andrew Blinker comes back into the game. Checking out Calvin Hintz for Pacelli. Grunhofer gets on the scoreboard with his first bucket. First free throw, first point. 32-24 in favor of the Royals. Second shot, that's up and in. 2 on the night for Joe Grunhofer. 33-24. 50 seconds left to go here in the second quarter of play here at Assumption High School. Pacelli working it around. 3-pointer by Golland, no good. Rebound. It was last touch by Blinker of Pacelli. And Assumption will get the ball.
41.7 seconds left to go here in the half. Assumption up 33-24.
Newton looks to throw it in, gets it into Tricky. Heavy pressure. Now back to Newton. They're going to have to hurry, and Newton stepped on the baseline. That's a turnover.
Good pressure by Pacelli there.
Nice job of really doing a great double team. They just didn't allow anything to happen for Assumption. There's a 3-point shot put up by Pfluger. Back the other way to Newton. He puts it up and in.
Nice pass by Lamp on that one.
So Newton is now gets his first shot stolen by Newton and fouled.
I think they're calling that foul on Newton. Or did they? Maybe not.
Nope. They called it on Pacelli. Newton will go to the line.
Apparently I need bifocals.
So it looks like Ethan Janish is into the game here for Pacelli. Newton's free throw. He's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. And that is his 5th point, 36-24. Second shot is no good.
It's because you said he was 3 for 3.
Yeah, I jinxed him. That's what I did. Now Pacelli looking for a last-second shot, and they travel. So with 3.9 seconds left, 12-point Royals advantage. And Zachary Wysocki now checks in for Pacelli. Linsmeyer back in for Assumption. Gladowski, he's in for Jacob Elliott just before the half, so no silly fouls. Into Lamp. Lamp will take the shot, and that's good. I don't want to say it was uncontested, but
Wasn't a whole lot of resistance on that one.
there wasn't. So our halftime score, the Assumption Royals 38 and the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals 24. 14-point advantage here for the Assumption Royals. And Brian, any words of wisdom here?
I don't know about wisdom, but I think it's like we talked about before. I mean, Assumption's defense has been really good, and they've really held Gollin in check, and he just hasn't been able to get into the kind of rhythm that he obviously has been in up to this point of the season. So, you know, you got to give him a lot of credit. That 1-3-1 zone defense that Pacelli's thrown at him has been extremely effective, and I think on the other end, you know, that's caused a lot of turnovers for Pacelli too. So offensively for Assumption, once you get Lamp going, but like you said, there's a lot of balance in their scoring as well. So this is a little bit not what I expected, I guess. I thought it was going to be a much closer game than this in the first half, but again, the Cardinals definitely have the offensive weapons to get right back into this one. So we should have a rousing second half in front of us here tonight.
Well, I would anticipate that, because Gollin can go off at any moment. I mean, you know, for a moment, I mean, he looked like he was on fire, and all of a sudden, Assumption jumped up the defensive pressure on him, and all of a sudden they held him in check.
I think another real bright spot for Pacelli has been the play of Shabilsky. I mean, we've been calling his name out a lot,
yes,
and the rebounds and a lot of hustle plays too. So that's a real positive for them.
That's exactly right. And you know, and one of the and again, I'll go back to you know, sitting down with Coach Weisenbeck before the game, and you know, pointing over to Gollin, you know, as one of the keys to the game to stop him. And but you know, he also talked about turnovers. You know, having a great defensive effort, holding everybody in check. That was a big you know, point that he wanted to stress, and you know, they have certainly done that. Now, one of the great things about let's just talk about James Gollin here. He is he's obviously a very talented young man, and he's actually got a couple of D1 offers already. One by West Point, and the other one by Idaho State. So, and he is. There has been no decision on where he's going to go at this particular point, and that was funny that Coach Ruda had pointed that out. You know, and he wanted to be very adamant about that. He said, but he's certainly open to any other offers that are coming in at this point, and he wants to keep his options open. And Brian, you were talking about his brother, and I did get that confirmed.
Yeah, Jacob Gollin, of course, had a very memorable game against Duke last year in the NCAA tournament, but also a really phenomenal ball player. So I guess there's something going on in the Gollin family there that they bring it on the court.
Certainly very talented from a basketball standpoint. So very, very exciting. So again, we are certainly happy to be bringing you these video streams here at Assumption High School, and please be sure to tell your friends about Central Wisconsin Sports Net. We certainly appreciate any communication you can share with your family, your friends, and it's great having you guys on board tonight. Let's go over the scoring here at Assumption High School. 38-24 is our halftime score. And the Assumption Royals were led in scoring by Chase Lamp. Lamp had 10 points in the second quarter alone. He was 2 for 3 from the three-point line. And again, 19 points for Chase Lamp. Also, Colt Linsmeyer, second leading scorer for the Assumption Royals. He's got 10 points. He had 2 3-pointers, and he was about as unconscious as what Chase Lamp was, Brian, in that second quarter of play.
Yeah, and that's worth noting too. I mean, up to this point he hasn't been a real threat from the outside, but obviously has the ability to do it. So
there you go. He was 2 for 2 from the three-point line. Also in scoring, Trevor Newton, he had 5. Jared Haas, along with Joe Grunhofer, each having 2 points, and Nathaniel Clark with 1. So 38 points for the Assumption Royals. They actually they scored, if my math is right, 17 points in the second stanza. Very nice. For the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals, they were led in scoring by James Gallen, the senior 6'5" superstar, with 8 points. He was 1, 2, and I believe he was 2 for 5 from the three-point line, but he's got a couple of three-point buckets on the evening. 8 points again, leading the Pacelli Cardinals. Chris Shabilski, we talked about him just a little bit ago. The junior 6'2" star. He had 4 points, but he's been just hammering on the boards for Pacelli. And I'm not keeping the rebound stats here, but he has had a number of rebounds, at a minimum of at least 6, if not more than that, for Pacelli. Calvin Hintz, he had 4 points additionally. And Andrew Blinker, he had a 3-point bucket. And the other scorer was Jacob Elliott. He had 1 point for Stevens Point. So Brian and I are kind of doing some nonverbal up here right now, and Brian, Assumption really did have 27 points in the second quarter. I mean, it was lights out. So they did a nice job with that. I'm going to double check my math here.
good. And while you do that, maybe we'll step away for a second and get ready for the second half here in about 2 minutes and 46 seconds.
All right, and we're just about set for third quarter action here at Assumption High School. Again, rivalry game between the Assumption Royals and the Pacelli Cardinals. It goes back many, many years, back to my days at Marshfield Columbus, being an alumni over there. And yeah,
That was probably back in the 20s or that close? Or?
I'm old. I'm not that old, but thanks. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I definitely appreciate that. Well, let's see what Pacelli can do, and they will have the ball here to start the third quarter play. Shabilsky to inbound, and he gets it over to Elliott. Now Pacelli trying to set up everything. Flugar gets it to Gollin. Gollin now looking to pass it. Almost turned over. Elliott back to Gollin. Just underway here in the third quarter. Sorry about that, Brian.
No, excuse me. I was just going to say Assumption's sticking to that 1-3-1 defense, and why would you switch anything, I guess, with the results that they had in the first half. So
it's all about making adjustments, and if Pacelli can make the adjustments, there's certainly and with their three-point shooting, they can be back in this contest really, really fast. Shabilsky to inbound. Gets it over to Flugar. Flugar now drives. Kicks it back out to Gollin. Now just being very patient on the offensive side, looking for a good shot, trying to make the most of it. Gollin with a three. Bingo!
And if you're looking for a good shot, that's probably the guy that you want to have the ball.
100%. That's 11 points on the night for James Gollin. After that 47-point performance, school record by Pacelli for single game scoring record by Gollin on Monday night against the Stratford Tigers. 38-27, under 7 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Now Assumption working the ball around. Kicking it back out to Lamp. Lamp looking to drive. Nice pick play. Lamp drives, throws it up. Offensive call on Lamp. So an offensive charge. And now Gary Weisenbeck does not like the call.
He's voicing his opinion strenuously.
And the official walked up to him and said, I made the call.
I think his frustration was that the ref that was on the outside made the call instead of the one that was underneath the basket.
And that's exactly why he was a little bit wound up. Gollin now on the attack.
A little bit.
He kicks it in the side to Furman Hack, and he gets his first bucket on the night. So Furman Hack, 38-29, and just like that, it is a 9-point lead for Assumption.
Pacelli in a straight-up man defense now.
Assumption now on the attack. Haas to Lamp. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Rebound by Shabilsky. Again, Shabilsky with a lot of rebounds for Pacelli here tonight. And Assumption has not scored here in the third quarter. Long three, no good. Tipped, rebounded by Baltus, and that Baltus stepped on the line, and that is going to be Pacelli ball. So Shabilsky continuing on with his rampage of rebounds here tonight. Doing a great job for the Cardinals. 38-29, 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Gollin with a three downtown. That's 14 for Gollin.
Pacelli with the pressure, too. There's Gollin.
Gollin with a beautiful save.
And Elliott, wow.
And just like that, Elliott with his fourth point of the game.
And it's a 4-point game right now, just like that is right. Pacelli's fans fired up, and they have every reason to be.
I tell you what, we talked about that at halftime. If they could get their three-point shooting down for the Cardinals, they would be reckoned with here in the second half, and that's exactly what they've done. On top of the turnovers, there's been 4 turnovers by Assumption. Really quick. Assumption has not scored here in the second quarter. In the third quarter of play.
Yeah, so we're at the 5:18 mark here in the third quarter, and Gollin with 2 quick three-pointers and that hustle play on the side here, where Elliott ended up with the ball and made the layup. So a lot of fast scoring here for the Cardinals.
And another turnover by Assumption. Gollin now with the ball. Kicks it inside. Bad pass. Almost turned over, and it was a travel. 10 turnovers on the Cardinals tonight. 38-34, 5:07 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Newton to inbound for the Royals. And that pressure is really kind of caught Assumption off beat here in the third quarter.
This is an important possession for Assumption. They need to stop the bleeding here. And Lamp
thought about it. Newton with a 3. That's no good. When it left his hand, he kind of knew it was off. There's Shabilsky. And that's stolen. Linsmeyer, rebound. Lamp puts it up and in. 19 points now for Chase Lamp.
Kind of a case of being in the right place at the right time for Lamp there.
Grunhofer in for the Royals. They're going to call Tony Flugar with the foul on that. Lamp, the 3-point effort, and that's good. 20 points on the night for Chase Lamp, and it's a 41-34 advantage. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Linsmeyer. Thought he had the position, but to no avail. It looks like Nathaniel Clark will check back in here for Linsmeyer, give him a little bit of a breather. So for the moment, the bleeding has stopped here for the Royals, but just a 7-point advantage. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 41-34 Royals. 3-point shot in and out by Gollin. Grunhofer with the rebound. Almost stolen. Lamp now driving. He kicks it off his foot. Now they work it inside. Reverse layup. That's no good by Nathaniel Clark. Rebound. Guess who? Shabilsky. He's a mad rebounder tonight.
Yeah, he's been
Elliott.
unbelievable.
He kicks it inside. Tried to work the ball inside to Shabilsky. Shabilsky's doing everything else tonight.
Yeah.
Just was to no avail. 41-34, 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to go here in the third quarter play.
More pressure by Pacelli, excuse me.
There you go. Newton to Grunhofer. He's now working it inside. There's Newton. He's got an open look. He puts it up. In. Bingo. So Newton with his first 3. 8 points for Newton, and it's a 44-34 advantage.
Fouls on Elliott.
They called him for pushing off.
And the Assumption student section is loving it.
So they're now getting into the game here a little bit. 10-point advantage. Royals up 44-34. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. Baltus bringing the ball up here for the Royals. He kicks it to Nathaniel. Reverse layup, no good again. And that is Furman Hack with the rebound for Pacelli. Under 3 left to go here in the third quarter. Are they going to call that a jump? Yes, they are. So Blanker checks back in here for the Cardinals. So possession went to the Royals on that. Here's Baltus. Works it inside to Grunhofer. 6'5", puts up a shot, no good. Saved by Pacelli. Gollin now with the ball. He's looking for some help. Kicks it out. Blanker with a shot. That's good. And that's a 2.
Just inside the three-point line there, 1 foot in.
5 points for Blanker, and it's 44-36 in favor of the Royals. Assumption now on the attack.
Shabilsky on a
Tipped
steal.
away. That's 9 turnovers on the Royals tonight. So the turnovers just about even on both clubs. Hintz with a 3, bingo. And just like that, it's a 44-39 Royal advantage. There's Nathaniel Clark. He drives lane, puts it up. That's his 4th point on the night. 46-39 Assumption. Gollin looking for a little bit of help. He puts it up. Top of the free throw line, no good. Rebound, Lamp. Now Assumption looking to set it up. Baltus. Clark kicks it inside. That's knocked away. That's 10 turnovers on each club. Shabilsky, 15-foot jump shot. That's no good. Newton with the rebound. Under a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter of action, 46-39. And we've got a foul by Calvin Hintz for a pushing violation. Tricky. Haas in for the Royals. Furman Hack back in. He's going to give Flugar a breather. Grunhofer, he loses it. Last touched by Pacelli. That will retain the ball for the Royals. Lamp looking for some help. We're getting close to a 5-second violation. Just get it inside. Back to Grunhofer. He puts a little scoop shot in. That's 6 points on the night for Joe Grunhofer, and it's back to an 8-point Royal advantage, 48-39. We're under 35 to play. Reverse layup by Gollin, and strong rebound by Gollin. Shabilsky, that's off the rim. Rebound, Lamp, and he was fouled.
Good position on the inside by Lamp on that rebound, so fundamentals.
So Ethan Janish is going to check in for Hintz. Give everybody a little bit of a breather.
22.7 seconds left in the 3rd.
Tricky now with the ball for the Royals. Tricky works the ball over. Top of the key. They're going to hold for one shot, almost, maybe. Newton to Lamp, 3-point shot, no good. Rebound, Haas. And they called a travel on Haas.
Assumption fans looking for a jump ball situation there, but didn't get it.
And so was Coach Weisenbeck. Hintz will check back in. For Janish. Nathaniel Clark, he'll give Chase Lamp a little bit of a breather. So 3.6 seconds left to go. 2-1, and he stepped on the sideline mark. So 0.5 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter play. 48-39 in favor of the Royals. Newton throws. Haas, and that's blocked by Gollin. And there we have it. Did you get your ticket tonight? Your 50-50
No.
raffle? Oh.
Of course not.
Yeah, we're poor broadcasters.
Yes. Yes. Which is our fate.
Well, that's funny. So 48-39 is our score. After 3 quarters of play here at Assumption High School, Van Patrick goes along with Brian Kalish. Kalish.
Yeah, you got it. It's all good.
Jimmy Crickets. But
just wrapped up in the excitement of the game. I mean, it's like up is down, black is white.
I think it does happen that way. You know, it's a rivalry game. That's
right,
what it's all about. But the Pacelli superstar, James Gowan, 14 points on the night. So he has had a couple of 3-point buckets in the third quarter. But you know what? And that's one of the things that Coach Ruda wanted. He wanted some additional scoring by the Pacelli Cardinals to help out Gowan. And that certainly has come through here tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, give Assumption's defense a lot of credit for holding him down to this point, but he can, like we know, he can go off at any moment.
So now Pacelli on the attack, Gowan with the ball. He drives, puts up a 15-foot jump shot. That's no good. Rebound Newton for the Royals. 48-39. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter play. Burkhauser now. Clark. Tricky with the ball on the near side. Back to the top of the key for Grunhofer. And that's Shabilsky again. Uncontested. Well, it was contested, but he put it up. No good. Rebound. And are they going to call a jump? Yes, they are. And this should be Pacelli's ball. And I'm wrong again. So Assumption ball. So Pacelli will get next possession on the jump. Tricky.
Heavy pressure.
Newton almost with a traveler, gets it over the half-court line. 48-39, under 7 left here in the fourth quarter. Clark looking to set it up. Tricky over to Burkhauser.
Just man-to-man defense from Pacelli. And Assumption is in no hurry here.
Trying to use a little bit of clock. Trying to work the ball inside to Grunhofer. Newton now kicks it back out. Grunhofer top of the key. Clark. Back to Tricky. He had a shot for a second. Decided to pass it up. Just trying to eat a little bit of clock here.
And doing a good job of it.
Clark at the top of the key, working the ball around, goes off Grunhofer. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd. And actually went off Elliott's foot. Wholesale changes. Starting crew pretty much back in here for Assumption. Well, gave everybody a little bit of a breather. Lamp to Newton. In and out. Newton kicks it back out to Lamp. He's going to put up a 15-foot jump shot. That's off. No good. Rebound. Newton puts up his shot, and he's fouled. And I believe that they're going to get Jacob Elliott. Nope. That is Hack. And that's his third. So Newton up and in with the free throw. That's his ninth point on the night. So Trevor Newton with 9. And I believe Trevor is 4 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. Unofficial. That's 10 on the night for Trevor Newton. 50-39 Royals with 5:45 left to go. Firmingham with the easy shot. That's his fourth bucket, or fourth point on the night. 50-41 in favor of the Royals. And it's bonus time. So 17 fouls on the Pacelli Cardinals. 3 just for the Assumption Royals here in the second half. Brady Baltus on the line. That shot's up, no good. Gollan with the rebound. 3-point shot put up by Flugar, no good. And Brad Ruda was questioning that call. Baltus now on the attack for the Royals. 50-41. 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Newton looking to pass it off to Lamp. Almost turned over. Back to Newton. And they're going to get Calvin Hintz with a push. And it looks like Blanker is going to check back in here for Pacelli. So that is number 4. It's the 4th personal foul on Calvin Hintz. And Newton will go back to the line. That's no good.
It's still only a 9-point game here with just under 5 minutes to go.
Shabilsky, Flugar. It's a kick. Pacelli ball. Shabilsky on the near side to inbound. To Flugar. Now look for some help. And a timeout taken by Pacelli. 4 minutes and 39 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. 9-point advantage in favor of the Assumption Royals over the Pacelli Cardinals. Just want to remind you, our next broadcast here on Central Wisconsin Sports.net is tomorrow night, and that is the Assumption girls taking on the Wausau-Newman Cardinals. And
actually, it's a marathon.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Thank you for
yeah, that's why I'm here.
For catching that. I was looking one game in advance. I'm already thinking rivalry Newman.
You're always 2 steps ahead of.
The Cardinal fans. Whether you're a Royals fan or a Cardinals fan, it's always about Newman.
Yes. And we've seen some good games between the Assumption girls and Newman in the last couple of years, haven't we?
Well, I'll tell you what. Speaking of marathon, and that's the game tomorrow night, and. Marathon has really, Marathon has always had a tremendous basketball program. And that will be a great game tomorrow night. That'll be a great challenge for the Assumption Royal girls basketball team. So Shabilsky to inbound it. He gets it out to Flugar. Blanker. Cross-court pass to Shabilsky. Flugar with the 3, in and out. No good. And a struggle for a rebound. Shot put up by Pacelli. That's no good. Shabilsky with a rebound. Kicks it back out to Flugar. That's Blanker. That 3-point shot was no good. Still a 9-point advantage as we approach the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Baltus. Newton with the ball. Kicks it into Linsmeyer. Back to Haas. Puts up the shot and in. Haas now with his 4th point on the night, and it's a 52-41 Royal advantage.
Great interior pass there.
Gollan drives the lane and
wills it in.
He willed it in. That was nice. 16 points on the night for Gallen. Almost a turnover for Assumption. And it's a 52-43 Royal advantage. Linsmeyer drives the lane. No good. Kicked back out to Lamp. Baltus. And we've got a timeout Assumption. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. It is a 9-point Assumption Royal lead over the Pacelli Cardinals of Stevens Point. You know, the turnovers have pretty well evened themselves out. And I know that was one of the keys for Coach Weisenbeck to really limit the turnovers and play that solid defense. Now they've had sporadic moments, Brian.
Yeah, and I mean Pacelli on offense, their last couple of series, they've been moving the ball a lot better, and they've been getting open shots from the outside. They just haven't been able to hit them. I mean, if they hit one or two of those, then all of a sudden it's a whole new ball game here. So look for them to keep doing the same. But on the other side, I think Assumption's just going to kind of take their time on offense and try to be really patient and get a really good look at the basket with 3 minutes and 7 seconds here to go in the fourth quarter.
So team fouls right now. 1-on-1 for, there's 8 team fouls on the Pacelli Cardinals, 3 team fouls for the Royals. So it's anytime there is a foul, the Royals will go to the line to take that 1-on-1. 52-43 in favor of Assumption. Lamp to inbound it to Clark. Clark back out to Linsmeyer. Far side. Linsmeyer back to Baltus. Looking to eat a little bit of clock. Linsmeyer now at the top of the key, drives the lane, kicks it back out to Baltus, and then looking to eat a little bit of clock here. And it's tipped away. Turnover, Shabilsky puts it up, no good, but he's going to go to the line. Foul on Chase Lamp.
Good defense by Pacelli there to get the ball, and Shabilsky with a close shot there. Couldn't get it to foul, but he does have 2 shots at the line here, and obviously the clock is stopped.
So Shabilsky with 4 points on the night. Make that 5.
And about 47 rebounds, I think.
he's had a few rebounds tonight. So Baltus takes a break. John Trickey in. Shabilsky with the second, and that's up and in. So 6 points on the night for Chris Shabilsky, and a timeout taken by the Pacelli Cardinals. 52-45 in favor of Assumption. So still a relatively close ball game.
Right.
So with the way that the Pacelli Cardinals can take 3 points, take 3-pointers, I mean, this game is still many things can happen at this point. So Assumption to inbound, Linsmeyer. Long pass to Haas. He puts it up, and that's in. Jared Haas now with his 6th point on the evening.
It's kind of a backbreaker if you're a Pacelli fan.
And Pacelli with a 3-point shot. That's no good by Blanker. Rebound Gallen. He's looking for a 3. Back to Blanker. Bingo! So 54-48. We are approaching that 2-minute point in the contest. Clark with a bucket. So Nathaniel Clark with 6 points on the evening. Gallen, 56-48. About a $1:45 left to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Shabilsky kicks it back out to Flugar. Bingo, another 3, and just like that. It's a 5 6-point ball game.
I mean, watching this game and the feel of it is that Assumption has been ahead virtually the whole time, but Pacelli just keeps coming back and coming back and coming
grinding.
back.
They just keep grinding on them, and we've talked about that, for a good portion of the game, from a standpoint of three-point efforts, and I mean, the way Pacelli can shoot the threes, I mean, they are never out of the contest, and it's like the game we witnessed on Saturday night with the Marshfield Columbus Catholic Dons. They, three-point danger, I mean, and they were down by as many as 15 points in that contest, and when it ended, it was a 6-point ball game. So, I mean, that's exactly what we're seeing again, and Pacelli has, every time they get down by 9 points, all of a sudden they make this mad rush to get back into the contest. It's been a fun game.
Oh yeah,
it's been a fun game. (56-51) Royals advantage. Linsmeyer to inbound for the Royals. Into Newton. Backcourt pressure. Shabilsky on Linsmeyer. Almost a turnover. And they're going to call a reach in.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It stops the clock. No damage done, except that he will be going to the line for the bonus situation.
So they're going to get Chris Shabilsky on that. That's his third. Linsmeyer will go to the line. So Linsmeyer with 10 points in the first half, held scoreless here in the second. Until that moment. 11 points on the evening for Colt Linsmeyer. The senior, 5'11". Linsmeyer with the second shot. No good. Rebound. Gollin. 57-51. $1:20 left to go. Pacelli working it around. That's stolen by the Royals. Lamp now with the ball. Kicks it inside to Newton. He puts it up and in. $12 for Newton on the night. Blanker puts it up, no good. Rebound by Gollin, and that was up and in. And again, Lamp the other way, and that's good. Lamp with his first bucket in the fourth quarter. Gollin, long pass. And what are they going to call? 61-53, 34 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been an exciting contest here at Assumption High School. Gollin to inbound for the Cardinals. Now Pacelli works it around. Traveling Pacelli. So 29 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. The Royals inbound it, and there is a foul. Baltus will go to the line. Pfluger with a foul. So that's 3 fouls on Tony Pfluger. Baltus. And that's no good. So Brady Baltus, the only starter not to score tonight for Assumption. Brady's second shot. There we go. He's on the scoreboard. So every member, once again, talk about that balanced scoring. Every member of the Royals starting lineup has scored tonight. Shabilsky to inbound it. Gollin, 25 seconds left to go. 62-53. Long three-point shot. That will go out of bounds in favor of the Royals. 20 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. 9-point Royals advantage. Baltus. Now Lamp. And he is fouled. And I believe that's going to do it for Kelvin Hintz. Yep, that will. That's his. So Kelvin Hintz fouls out. And he finishes with 7 points on the night. Chase Lamp. It's up and in. 23 for Lamp in this contest, 63-53. Make that 24 points. That's almost a field goal.
Little soccer practice here at the end of this one.
64-53, 11 seconds left to go in this contest. Shabilsky to inbound for Pacelli. And I believe they had stepped on the sideline here. Almost a 5-second call.
This is easily the longest 14 seconds in the history of high school basketball.
It can be that way at times. 7 seconds left to go here in the contest. That's poke checked away. 6 seconds left to go. 64-53 Royal advantage. So Gollin will take a seat. Nice effort tonight by James Gollin. Long pass. He stepped on the in line. Turnover. That's I've got him unofficially for 13 turnovers. Tricky will come into the game for Chase Lamp, who's going to finish with 24 points on the evening.
Nice round of applause for Lamp coming off the court.
Tony Pflugar will take a seat. 2-1. And there we have it. So our final score tonight here at Assumption High School. The Assumption Royals 64. The Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals 53.
Yeah, and again, for a game that seemed like Assumption had it in hand several times, Pacelli made a couple of runs, scored a couple of three-point baskets, and they were right with them up in the second half, virtually the entire second half. But ultimately, the Royals were able to hold on and pick up their third victory. Is it this year?
They are 3-0 on the season.
Well, we definitely want to thank everybody for watching the broadcast here tonight. Catch us tomorrow night as the Assumption girls take on Marathon, which should be quite a battle. That one will be in Marathon. Mark Skiba and Brian Collish, myself, will be broadcasting that game live. And I believe the start time of that game is 7:30, so we'll be on the air at about 7:15. Once again, the final score here, as we total up some of the final statistics, is Assumption 64 and Pacelli 53.
Okay, and I do have some stats here, or at least point totals unofficially. Please keep that in mind. Okay, so for the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals, they were led in scoring by superstar James Gollin. He led the way tonight with 18 points. Andrew Blanker, who came off the bench, he had a nice evening with 8 points. Tony Pflugar with 6. Chris Shabilsky. From the scoring standpoint, it's not going to explain everything that happened with Shabilsky, but Shabilsky had 6 points on the evening, but was just a force from a rebounding perspective. He did just an absolutely sensational job for the Pacelli Cardinals on the glass tonight. 7 points for Calvin Hintz. Had 4 points for Andrew Firminghawk. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Firminghawk. My apologies to Andrew. I butchered his name several times tonight, so my apologies on that. And Jacob Elliott, he had 2 points for the Cardinals. Leading the way for the Assumption Royals, who now go to 3-0 on the season. They were led in scoring by Chase Lampy at 24 points. Trevor Newton had 12. Colt Linsmeyer had 11 points. 6 points for Jared Haas. 5 for Nathaniel Clark. And Joe Grunhofer had 4 points, and then Brady Baltus with 1. So again, the Assumption Royals moved to 3-0 on the season. The Pacelli Cardinals, they fall to 1-4, this non-conference game. But, you know, very, very exciting contest here at Assumption High School. And again, we thank everybody for listening to tonight's contest. Game brought to you by Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank for all of your banking needs, from home and auto loans to setting up your checking and your savings account. Make it Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank. Brian, any last words here before we sign off?
Just I think that, you know, Assumption fans have a lot to look forward to this year. I mean, this is a difficult, hard to handle Pacelli team, and especially with their superstar player. And, you know, they played really good defense tonight and got a lot of scoring from a lot of different places. And I think from Pacelli's side, even though they got saddled with the loss tonight, there's a lot that they have to look forward to, too. They've obviously got some shooters. If they limit the turnovers a little bit, I think they're going to be just fine.
And that's exactly right. Very, very exciting game here at Assumption High School in Wisconsin Rapids. Our final score, the Assumption Royals 64, the Stevens Point Pacelli Cardinals 53. Good night from Assumption High School.